He's putting that Mike condom on.
Mike Condom. Dude, he looks very excited about it.
You gotta have safe mic,
Yeah, bro. Listen, man, I don't know how you just did that so fast. I'm always like confused on which way to roll it. I have to like double take. I'm like, wait, is this the side or the other? And then you do it the wrong way, and then you
It's fine. I've been having sex way longer than you. I get it. It's fine.
You know. You try and see which side the lube's on, and then you're like, oh crap, it's all in my hand now.
Yeah,
so
bro.
I need a new one.
Yeah. Well, it's better than like
Listen, I remember my first time
on
too, and that's fine,
Yeah, dude. Shit's uncomfortable.
A little bit. That's why I just take it off in the middle,
It's a myth, Wits. That's what it is. It doesn't actually exist. People
I don't
just
think Wits knows what a condom is.
They should just like make them like actually more like the cartoons, like with the big fucking nipple on one side.
Yeah.
You can really tell.
Yo, so I've been thinking, we really need an intro song.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that is something like we're definitely lacking. That would be like a good spice of life improvement.
All right, so
we could have like a drop,
I don't know. I want Huffy to do like the
the musician's rolling his eyes at having music to spice up the show.
No, I'm rolling my eyes because I know I gotta do it. Fuck. All right.
Nice.
Sure.
All right, so I'm putting that in as the intro, and you guys heard it. It's on the record now.
Yep.
All right.
We're live with Guardian Cast episode 81. You want to do your blah 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 this week.
Yeah, this week on Guardian Cast, Slayerage and Ehroar don't like PvP, say they want it taken out of the game. Find out soon.
Don't forget about who else was complaining about that too? There was somebody else who was complaining about that.
Just Twitter, I think, mostly.
Dude, no, just like PvE gods.
Oh, Lono. Lono was
Lono,
also.
Yeah. God. In Twitch news, worse than alinity, actual animal abuse caught on tape. We got to talk about that.
Yeah, let's just open with that. Fuck it.
What happened?
There's a lot of people who are upset that PvP gives you pinnacle and powerful rewards, especially.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the animal thing.
Yeah, I was wondering what the animal thing was about.
I thought you were just referencing back to.
I knew people were pissed about PvP. What's this animal shit?
I don't know.
All right, you talk, and I'm going to send you something that's very bad.
Okay. Definitely not watching it on stream, but we'll react to it. But so. Do you want to continue the discussion about the PvP thing in the meantime, or are we just?
I mean, I feel like that's interesting now. It doesn't seem as interesting.
Yeah, listen. You can start.
Okay.
Do you have the tweets, or do you need me to send you the tweets?
Yeah, pull them up. I mean, the Lono thing I can talk about because I heard it in a video, so there's no tweet. But the Lono thing, he said in one of his SNTR presents that he's tired of seeing Iron Banner as a pinnacle reward, and you can't convince him that it's worthwhile pinnacle reward because all you go in and shoot. It's a participation medal. You don't have to really like do any kind of end game.
Like Lono just looks for everything to be pissed about, personally.
No, sometimes he defends things that I'm like, no, I don't like this.
Well, yeah, and like in his defense of things that are just weird, like why are you even bothering to bring that up? It's just he
defended, by the way, and we'll talk about this earlier on, and he already acknowledged he was wrong. He defended the attunement thing with the elemental attunements on the armor when they revealed it, and he was like, yeah, this is going to be great. And we see how that panned out.
He's like the opposite you, Rex. Like he'll fucking defend anything that's a terrible idea. Anything that's a good idea is, oh, fuck that. He's the opposite.
Right? I mean, look, I understand what he's saying about the Iron Banner not necessarily being challenging thing. It's definitely not challenging, and it's not really like all that fun.
Dude, it's so fun.
Yes, but we like PvP.
There's a lot of sarcasm in that, I can tell.
No, dude, I'm really enjoying Iron Banner right now.
Really? What about it specifically?
I think it's fun.
Not playing it.
So here's my criticism, and we're all over the place right now, but fuck it, we're just gonna roll with it. So it's occupying 2 spaces. I appreciate both spaces, but I think they conflict with each other. One is skill-based matchmaking, which is cool because it's supposed to be like competitive, even though it's definitely not competitive. Right. And then the other is light matters. These 2 things are at odds with each other because if you're somebody who plays a lot, you're probably in the higher end of matchmaking, and then everybody's going to be the same or higher level than you anyway. So there's no like big light level gaps that are making any difference in gameplay there. It seems like a conflict to have those 2 things exist at once.
I agree. I think that them choosing an Iron Banner of all places for only to be the place besides PvE that light level matters is silly. I think comp should actually have that. No
way, dude.
Why not?
No fuck, you are on crack.
Why?
Because it's supposed to be competitive, and there's nothing competitive about Jimmy, who has like done like who saved up 700 bounties and whose artifact is now at plus 14, doing more fucking hand cannon damage.
Okay, when I made that statement, I didn't think about the artifact being
you didn't
a factor.
Think
I didn't think about that. I just say shit. I don't think about anything. I just say stuff and hope for the best. Have you not realized this yet?
You're fucking all right. We're out. We're fucking out, dude. Oh, jeez. Yo, I can tell by Rex's face that he's watching the clip.
Yeah. Oh.
Don't laugh. Don't you laugh, dude. That is the worst shit. That is the worst.
I mean, I don't think she intended for that to happen, but that's...
Dude, you didn't hear what she said?
No,
I
turned off the audio.
Yeah, you turned off the audio, dude. She knew what the cat was doing. Like, she was negligent.
Yeah.
And I think...
Who is that? I don't know who that girl is.
All right, so...
Criminally negligent. Wow.
Shit.
Well, criminally, I mean, you're saying criminally negligent. I don't know if you have like a responsibility to a cat like you do a child.
Yeah, well, listen, I don't think you legally do either, but I am like, that is like inhumane to the nth degree. You don't know, chat. There's this Overwatch streamer who had a clip with her cat where she performs an act of negligence that potentially is very, very life-threatening for the animal. And
you should have shoot it away. That's just so dumb.
I mean, I think you can say it's not TOS to say what's happening. It's like chewing on a power cable, basically.
Yeah,
and she's aware that the cat is chewing on the lights and like
doesn't bother to make sure it goes. Doesn't stop.
Yeah, vocally acknowledges that what is happening and that she is not going to do anything, and then the cat gets electrocuted on camera on Twitch.
It looks like it's okay because it runs away.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it. I think it got scared, if anything.
Well, that's what cats do when they're hurt.
I'm just saying it didn't like lay over lifeless or something.
Yeah.
So is Twitch taking action against this person, or what's the deal with that?
As of last night, no.
Okay.
But I don't know. Let's see. They took the clip down. It was up. It was up last night, and it got enough reports overnight.
Wow.
That it was taken down. But she's a smaller streamer, so unlike Alinity, I don't think that she's like immune to like action, in the situation.
Yeah, but you know what's weird though is she actually has more to gain from this than if it's going around viral.
True.
Oof. Godin, so we're talking about a clip. I guess this happened last night, or did this happen earlier than that?
This happened 2 days ago.
It's another animal issue where apparently this girl was negligent and did not stop her cat from chewing on a light power cable. So, yikes.
Yikers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting detour there. I don't really have anything else to say about that.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think that I don't know. I think that that's ban deserving. You know, that's just me. Like you just can't. I don't know. You just can't fucking.
Her argument is gonna be she laughed because she was nervous about it. I'm sure that is gonna be the defense there. I don't know. I don't really have much else to say about it. So.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the So we all agreed that comp should not have light level enabled.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I misspoke there. I didn't remember the artifact existed.
But yeah, you know, Iron Banner is like a fun.
What about Trials when it comes back? Because traditionally, and I'm not insinuating it should, but traditionally it did have it enabled.
I'm fine with it.
See, that's where my thought came from.
Yeah.
But I didn't take into consideration the artifact does give us plus. So
yeah.
I'm fine with Trials. I think that it's really cool in Trials because Trials was always about the gear grind. Like it has like that kind of PvE aspect to it. Like Trials wasn't like a competitive experience. It was an experience where like you're trying to get like these rewards in game. Like you're doing an activity to try to achieve achieve something, yes, but like the main priority is the weapons and the armor, and so it really ties into the experience, you know, having like the grind for light be part of that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yep. So bring Trials back. Literally, Elim is so fun. Just give us a check, like a 7 circle checkbox, and let us play Trials. Like Elim is fine. Let's do that.
Okay.
You guys been playing Elim? Because
I've been playing that more than any other mode.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
I haven't played it since they changed the res token system. Is it better with that? With the infinite reses?
Way better.
It feels like old elimination, really.
Are they back to 1 round of heavy instead of every round?
No, I think every round still has heavy, but it just doesn't spawn instantly.
Well, I know they fixed that, but
I've been playing a lot. I haven't seen heavy other than 1 round.
Okay.
Maybe it's because the rounds end way too fast for it to possibly matter.
Well, I thought they changed it this week, but I wasn't sure if
I've only seen 1 round of heavy this week.
Okay, well this week I've been in comp mostly, so I can't really speak to that, I guess.
But I want to play it this week, but I have been so sucked in. I feel obligated to spend all of my time playing Iron Banner because I need those enhanced mods.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a big... Like, I'm trying to get scout rifle kills. That's the worst. I have to turn my brain off to frickin'... I'm literally just hip firing a stupid Skyburner's Oath. Just running around like an idiot. Like, sometimes I'm in situations where I can melee people, and I'm like, I'm just going to keep holding the trigger down. I hope it kills them before I die. And then it'll count towards the counter.
What if next week we do Guardian Cast while we play Elimination, the 3 of us?
It's an interesting idea. I don't know. Yeah, we can try it. I mean, I don't know how focused we'll be on the conversation, and in an audio-only version, when somebody listens to it, they might be like,
it'll be our not audio only version week. Yo, me and Eddie could like screen share to the Discord call, and you could like capture all POVs.
That'd be interesting. I don't know if I could actually do that though, because, well, yeah, I could. What I could do is I could have my normal gameplay up, and then I could like crop your guys into like the corners or something like that of my screen. That's the only thing I could think of.
Or we could just record our own, and then you just merge it as a video file.
Oh, fuck that.
No, I'm just trying to think of things. Right?
No, we're talking about the easiest way out. We're talking about the easiest way out.
Right.
Yeah, we could try that.
I mean,
I'm down for that. So did you get that enhanced hand cannon targeting from Iron Banner, or did you get it from something else?
I got it from Salad Ass.
Nice.
Getting
How many have you gotten
tokens.
so far? Just
You
that
toss
one?
that salad ass?
Enhanced mods?
Yeah.
I've gotten like 7 enhanced mods.
Oh, I've only gotten 3, and I've been non-stop playing, unfortunately.
I only turned in 200 tokens. I got like 7 enhanced mods.
Wow, you've had a lot better RNG than I have.
I've had really, 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 really good. Bug. Oh, or we can just capture a multi.
True.
Oh, that's good. That's
but yeah, I've had really good RNG.
What do you?
Go ahead.
What do you think of the quest, the Iron Banner quest?
That we have to. I gotta read. Chat. If you did not see the Bungie help tweet
Of the bug?
Yo,
Of the bug, yeah, it's pretty funny.
It reads like a shitpost, but it's not a shitpost.
Yeah.
I had to look at the @ handle because I was like, wait a minute, is this fucking real?
Yeah, I cannot even believe it. All right.
You're getting like more and more distorted as you lean
eating
down.
your microphone.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. We're investigating an issue where the Iron Banner Scour the Rust quest step conviction says to land 10 super final blows to earn progress, but also shows a grenade launcher icon. This step is actually progressed by earning 10 final blows with submachine gun.
Yeah.
What?
It just reads so dumb.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a Bungie thing where like their technical explanations always seem to blow my mind, but they are taking that step out completely to eliminate confusion. Just so you guys know.
Yeah,
They have been quick to act on stuff, and I love new Bungie.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call it new Bungie.
Well, okay, anti-Activision Bungie. I mean, what do you? I mean,
I'm not.
Right.
Bungie's doing a better job.
They are
right now.
So this is the fine line is like. On the one hand, I am incredibly happy with the cadence of updates that we're getting. On the other hand, some of the issues that they're fixing, like we'll get to the part where they say, one-eyed mask is on our radar. Well, how long has it been on your radar? Because it's been a problem for over a year. Like,
it's not been
come on.
at all.
I know, that's what I mean. Is they said, we've heard the feedback and it's on our radar. It's like, last time I checked, Wormhusk Crown got nerfed into the ground after like 3 months, as soon as Forsaken launched. This was like 20 times more egregious and has just been allowed to roam free for a year and some change. So,
yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But on the topic of Iron Banner, we have a great tweet.
We have a great tweet, but what do you think of the quest? That's what I was asking initially.
The quest, it sucks.
But it's not as bad as last season.
I think that it's worse for the overall quality of Iron Banner because everyone is running around with Pulse Recluse.
But it's not as bad for the person doing it. Like I looked at last season's quest and I was like, I'm not using a sword and an auto rifle, dude.
True. But last season's quest, like the people on your team's kills did count towards your progression. So,
but it was,
you ran a 6-stack and
they intentionally made it the worst weapons in the game last season.
No, I agree. Yeah. It's just, I don't know.
And this season, they intentionally made it the most broken weapons in the game.
Yeah.
You know, It is what it is. It's honestly, it wasn't that bad. It was kind of fun. I had fun doing it. It didn't take that long. You just have to know what the meta is. Like if you were a scrub, the quest would suck. Like if you didn't know to put on an Erentil, and if I didn't have an
or a Jotun,
I delete every Erentil I get.
I did it with Jotun, and it took like 1 game, dude.
Yeah. If you don't have that shit, or you don't know that shit is so good, and you're running around with a
salad, the Iron Wise and Rebuke.
The Wise and Rebuke, you're gonna get destroyed, and you're not gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But you are what you are.
So I actually did have fun doing it. I'm not doing it 3 times. I only did it the 1 time.
Yeah, I'm not doing it on the other characters.
It is like if you want max tokens, then it is most beneficial to do 3 characters with all the bounties and everything, but I'm not putting myself through that. No thanks.
Yeah, no way. No way would I ever do more than one character for this.
No fucking way.
So I wanted to have a discussion with you about comp, and you've been away for a couple weeks, and we haven't really had a chance to discuss the changes.
Really quick, before we get off IB, can we talk about Ehroar? Or Ehroar?
Oh,
Sure.
I haven't seen his tweet, but go ahead and let me let me know.
Let's just jump right into this.
All right,
the current Iron Banner has no place in Destiny. Playing Iron Banner for the weapons and stuff like that is fine, but being forced to play it for power level should not be a thing. Being forced into skill-based matchmaking while using weapons you don't want to use for a quest is terrible.
Okay. Here's what I'll say. There's definitely not enough sources of pinnacle rewards. I'll give him that. I don't really mind Iron Banner as a source just because I am taking all the sources I can get, and this has been the most effective thing so far. I don't think it's challenging. I don't think it registers on the same level as like a 980 Nightfall or something like that to me, but I think that there should be PvP stuff that gives you progression.
Yeah, because there are people that don't want to play PvE. I'm sure there's a lot of people in the PvE community that are like, it's dumb. I shouldn't have to do Nightfalls.
The question is for those people, though, Eddie, if they don't want to play PvE, and I don't think Huffy falls into this category, like you like playing PvE occasionally for, endgame stuff, but if you don't want to play PvE, I don't know what good the light level does you anyway.
It's true. It doesn't. So
it does you good for 1 week a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing where I would understand this if I would get this tweet completely if he was grinding his ass off on 980 Nightfalls and could never keep up with the amount of engrams that he gets from PvP, doing Iron Banner.
But you actually can't for pinnacles. I don't know if you know how pinnacles work, but right now the only sources of pinnacles, you get 4 from the raid, and you get 1 from the 100k Nightfall, and that's it.
You can't keep up for when Iron Banner's around.
For when Iron Banner's around.
So it's I would get your argument if it was a constant thing. That would make total sense.
Yeah.
But this is 1 week every once in a while where something is super rewarding. It's an event, and
I don't understand in general, just as a side note, I don't understand what they're going for with this system, because as it stands, you get +1 for any pinnacle drop from what your average light level is. So that means you need to get 8 unique +1 drops in every slot before you can start getting 952. So you got to get everything to 951 before you can get to 952. So we just talked about there is normally 5. When we don't have all the sources yet, the dungeon and stuff like that is coming. There's normally 5. This week with Iron Banner, there's been 6 so far because of a glitch. There was supposed to be 4. So you're looking at maybe getting 1 level a week, but probably not, because you're probably going to get unlucky. I haven't been able to get my cloak yet. I'm just waiting on a cloak. Haven't gotten it to drop. So what I was thinking about, if you look at this over the course of, we have 60 days, a little bit less, 56 days left in the season, it's very unlikely you will get to 960 in your gear score, even if you do everything every week. Very unlikely. You'd have to be committed to doing everything and be lucky. So at the end of the season, next season, do you think they're going to actually raise that? Because it doesn't actually make sense to me if they do. This would make sense to me if they're intending you to get that 10 light score over the course of a year. This makes perfect sense. If they're just resetting the artifact each season and that's the plan, I kind of get it. But if they're resetting it each season and you're going to work your ass off to get that 10 light and then it be meaningless as soon as you get it, then I don't understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
Realistically, I have to see what the next season holds and really judge from there. But I would agree, it would be silly if we're just grinding just to grind more.
Especially if next season there's no raid, which I'm assuming there's not going to be. I'd say that's a pretty safe bet. There's not going to be a raid in December.
It'll probably be every other season.
We'll see. I don't know what their plan is, but if they say, okay, now you can grind up to 1,010, and the 1,000 to 1,010 is the pinnacle grind, and you have to do the same activities to make that happen, just as slow. That's going to be the dumbest thing ever. So we'll see what their plan is, I guess.
Although I could almost see another raid coming, just for the fact that this one was very Undying Mind, the very Vex heavy, right? And this season's very Vex heavy. So with the next season, it would make sense for them, especially with the way the story went. Like the ships are giving us these, visions of stuff, right? You don't understand. It's fine. Anyways, point is,
you're talking about from the lore.
From lore point. Yeah, so it would make sense. Like the next season, we'll have some more story missions that'll make the ship giving us more visions. It'll give us, possibly an Oryx themed, raid the next season. I would assume, because there's a lot of lore going around, a lot of mention of Oryx right now.
So an Oryx themed raid without introducing the Dreadnought as a destination.
The Dreadnought could be a destination though, because it was.
Oh, you are on crack.
Yeah, bro.
You think they're dropping the Dreadnought and a raid 3 months after this DLC came out? No way.
I'm not saying. I don't know. It's clearly speculation. And
took them a year to revamp the moon. They're not coming out with the Dreadnought in 3 months, dude. I refuse.
What if they've already been working on the Dreadnought for a year?
You are hopelessly optimistic. Like, there is no way in hell it's not happening.
Yo, Eddie did drugs today.
I haven't been awake long enough to do anything, honestly. I think Hex is right. It'll probably be a nightmare location. That's kind of what I was trying to get at before you guys just shut me down.
Well, I think Hex is saying a nightmare hunt for Oryx, which is a lot smaller scale than a raid.
Because if you notice the when we did the last mission, we had the area for Crota. We had that whole last area. Yeah. It's very possible they'll give us, a nightmare small version.
We'll see. Everybody keep that one on the docket. We'll come back to this.
Oh, really? Right? Let's go back a couple months and listen to some of the stupid shit you said. Oh, the battle pass is the worst thing to happen in Destiny. I kind of like the battle pass.
Well, I said it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's okay.
I'm pretty into it, dude.
I'm all right admitting when I'm wrong. I'm actually happy to admit when I'm wrong, for sure.
I'm happy to admit when I'm wrong too, but I just want better. And I feel like I've not been let down. So
all right. So before we jump into these sandbox changes, I want to ask Huffy about the comp changes, because there's a lot in the community. So
you mean the matchmaking changes?
The matchmaking changes, the 3v3. We haven't talked about any of it. So I just want to jump into, like, all right, here's the situation. Everybody who has their Unbrokens is upset because how much easier it is to get 5,500 now. It's a legitimate concern. And here's like my take is, number one, 3v3 is way more fun. Number two, I would say, even though the matchmaking is not hard, there's not going to be a prestige to having Unbroken if they continue this. But I think it's more fun anyway, and I don't think they should change it back.
You can't even buy the pin anymore.
That's just,
come on.
Well, nobody cares about the pin.
I care about the pin.
But what do you think?
Yeah, so I guess we'll tackle like the negative, like the negative part first. It's really easy to get Unbroken now.
Well, 5,500. We haven't had multiple seasons of this yet, so we don't know.
Yeah, if this persists,
right,
Unbroken will be a grind instead of an achievement.
Right.
Which, dude, it is an achievement. It's a fucking achievement. Everyone who says that it's like gonna be a grind and not an achievement can fuck off. I retract my statement.
Okay. It's not going to be as prestigious and exclusive as it was before.
Yeah, it's not going to be as prestigious and exclusive. And, fuck off. If you want to be, super prestigious and exclusive and shove your PvP penis in people's face, then, paste your ELO on your Tinder profile. Or, stream on Twitch and, see how many fucking subs you get being an asshole. Honestly, it's fine. It's a title.
Okay, so we're on the same page. I just wanted to make sure, because honestly, dude, I get it. I get that those people are upset because of what they put themselves through. It really did suck sitting in 30-minute queues, but I don't want to go back to that. I enjoy playing it. Even though I'm at 5,500, I still enjoy going in the playlist and playing it, and I don't want it to go back to, I need 3 of my sweatiest friends. I have to schedule time ahead of time to play with them. We're going to sit in 30-minute queues together all night long, and if we lose a match, we lose 3 hours of progress. Like, it wasn't fun. And looking back to other rank based playlists that I've played on other games like Halo, it wasn't like that. You could solo your way up to 50 in Halo, and everybody loved that ranking system. You didn't have to play with like the sweatiest people ever. You know, if you were a good player, you could get up to that.
And the thing is, like, people who soloed to 50 in Halo, like, you talk to people now and they're like, yeah, I had 50 in 3 playlists. And like, they think that they were like the nastiest gamers ever, and that like nobody else was able to do what they did. But like,
people could. Yeah, absolutely. People could. You know? You could solo your way up to it, and it was a lot easier if you went into Halo 3 being good, because it was weird as you got more experience and games played, they made it harder to level up for some reason. So like if you started out as a bad player, you never were able to progress, even if you got better at the game. So that was a weird thing about it. But I don't think it needs to be this thing every season where it's like impossible and nobody wants to play it. That's just my take.
Yeah, I have like kind of a nostalgic feeling for that time, because it was really fun to like get just like the nastiest dudes, you know, and like sit in orbit for like 6 hours to play 4 games, playing like Words with Friends. And then when you finally got in a game, it was like the sweatiest shit that you've ever done.
It was actually the people you played 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, you know, like, yeah, and it was like the same, you know, BSK team that you just played, and it was always a sweat fest. And I miss it because it was kind of like, it was literally just, it was sweats. You know, you were playing the same people all the time. But we have sweats for that. We just play private matches.
And you know what was even worse than that? Like, I just remembered this the other day, but before Forsaken came out, in that season 3 of Warmind, when they introduced the comp playlist, it was actually as hard to get to 2100 as then after to get to 5500. The people I saw who got 5500 in that season 3 waited sometimes 2 hours plus to find a single game, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
For an ornament, for a now irrelevant weapon.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they got one thing right. Which is that cosmetic rewards should be technical rewards. Yeah. And the thing that they fucked this season is that there's 0 reward to getting 5,500. You don't get anything.
Unless you're somebody who doesn't have Not Forgotten yet, but yes. I do think the way to go is probably introduce RNG ornaments that drop after you're playing in the 5,500 queues.
Yeah. I think that you should get something for hitting it.
Similar to the Scarab Emblem. Remember the Scarab Emblem sometimes dropped after you were on your 9-0 card? So.
Yep, I agree. I think you should get like something just for hitting it, and then like have like maybe a cosmetic set that's only available for playing at 5,500. Or honestly, dude, give us 1 piece of a cosmetic set or 2. And like, let us earn the whole thing over the entire, like the year, you know. Even if it was just like a different color, like last word ornament. You know, what if they just like picked like an exotic, and they were like, yeah, you have a chance to earn like this exotic ornament this season for being like
fear of missing out, right?
Yeah, you know, and it's fine. It wouldn't be a huge deal. I don't know, just like a pink last word or something. Gun skins, dude. Gun skins.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into these sandbox changes that are coming up. We're already getting a sandbox change on October 29th. This will be the second one. The first one was small, quality of life stuff, heavy changes. This one's going to actually affect abilities and supers. So just to briefly go over it. The big nerfs that are coming to Dawnblade and Bottom Tree Striker. Mostly Bottom Tree Striker, thank God.
Yeah.
There's going to be diminishing returns on returning your super back, and it's going to be more costly to use the shoulder charge ability, so you can't go long range across the map. From what they say, you'll still be able to close the gap on people pretty easily, but you won't just be able to go back and forth across the map, just shoulder charging over and over again. So, bravo on that. I'm happy to see it.
About time.
Yeah.
Dawnblade, it looks like a pretty minor adjustment from what I'm reading. I'm going to have to see this in action, but it says the diminishing returns change from 0.75% to 0.95%. And I don't know. Do you think that's going to make a big difference? Like, I can't really tell.
I don't really know what tick rate that diminish. You know, like I'm not really sure like the inner workings of that super, but I don't think Dawnblade needed a huge adjustment. So
just so it can't go forever is like the ideal.
I mean,
I want to know what
variable now. So
what is the average length of a Dawnblade super? Because before you could stretch it out to almost 30 seconds, which was ridiculous. So hopefully they can bring it down to like 14 seconds, something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see what's happening with that.
I mean, there is like, you know, there is a big skill gap on the super. Like the problem with the super was top tier players being able to stretch it out like for the entire match.
Yeah.
So it definitely wasn't like a general adjustment that needed to be made. It just needs a cap, you know. It just needs a hard cap somewhere, and it seems like they're doing it.
Cool.
So I like the route that they've taken. Cool. Let's go. I'm in it.
The small adjustments to the Word of Dawn thing are not really a big deal, more just quality of life. The armor light timer is going to correlate with the actual bubble existing, so that I didn't know that was a bug actually. And now you will be able to use Shattering Strike on Way of the Wraith for a full 9 seconds instead of just the 3 seconds while you have True Sight.
Didn't even know it was bugged.
Oh no, they said that it was gonna be a bug when they made the adjustment, that they weren't able to give you the whole 9 second window for Shattering Strike. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never used Shattering Strike.
Really?
I like tried it on Riven, and I couldn't even tell if it was applying. Like,
really?
Yeah, I don't like. I feel like you have to do too many things. It's not like a shoulder charge, you know. You gotta go invisible and then like run up and melee, and I just feel like it's too many steps. So I've never liked the ability anyway. Are you using it in PvP? Like, that's not a thing?
No, I mean, I thought it was fun in PvE when it first came out. I remember using it a lot in our day one raid because in our day one last wish attempt, just because it was like strong to have like a second debuff.
Yeah.
And it was fun to use. It definitely is too complicated to proc.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And the other problem is, even if it wasn't, like, even if you're willing to deal with the complicatedness, your super is essentially useless in PvE. Like, that super, that roaming super is just only good for killing trash mobs, and it's like, why wouldn't you just shoot them?
Yeah.
So.
Well, because I mean, the cool thing about it was, if you proc that and then go into your super, every melee from your super also reapplies. So what we were doing, like when we beat Callie, we were just like, I would go into like I would proc it, go into Spectral, and then just like spam left click against Callie to keep reapplying the buff. So that was like, it was cool. It's definitely got fun. It's got fun fucking potential, but it's just not as good as other things.
Yeah.
So the damage boost.
Especially now with Oppressive Darkness. That's like way easier to just throw a grenade on something and basically do the same thing. Yeah. And you can't stack debuffs, so it's not like you can do both.
Yep.
If you guys haven't been paying attention, there has been a new thing taking the PvE sandbox by storm, where you can use 1-2 punch with shoulder charge. You can basically shoot your 1-2 punch shotgun and then instantly shoulder charge after that, because of a change that they made behind the scenes. a quality of life change, and it's pretty busted. Like 3 Titans.
Peregrine Greaves.
Yeah.
Boom.
Peregrine
Gone.
Greaves and like 3 Titans can basically melt 980 Nightfall strike bosses, which is not intended. Like in one hit.
Yeah. Luckily, they just addressed that.
Well, that's what I'm getting to. Is they're changing it. They don't want people to be able to do this because it's just going to be 3 Titans doing everything, or 6 Titans. Like there'd be no reason to run anything else.
Would be cool to see that on a raid boss, though.
Is that the mechanic, like 1-2 punch broke the mechanic, but the mechanic is actually really strong, and it's always been fun to be able to shoot and then shoulder charge. Like we used it a lot. I used to use it a lot in D1. Where what you would do is like you would run towards a corner and you would like slide shoddy like past a doorway and then like hit your shoulder charge and you would fly like past it. So you could literally do like drive-bys through doorways, and it was really cool, and it was a high skill play, and it was always neat to be able to like proc a shoulder charge afterwards, and that's just gone now.
Well, that was always possible in Destiny, and even in Destiny 2, but when they made this change to Tempest Strike, like they were saying, because of the hold to sprint problem. Basically, to be able to pull off Tempest Strike, you have to slide while you're sprinting, and if you have hold to sprint on, it's impossible to use Tempest Strike, period. So they made this change to make that window bigger for those people, and then it affected shoulder charge inadvertently. So now that window that you're talking about is huge. It's not even hard to do anymore. Like it used to be like you had a few milliseconds to pull that off, and now it's like a big amount of time. So I don't know if this change is going to put it back to what it was before, where it's still possible but not reliable, or if it's just going to be completely impossible, because it sounds like they're just undoing the change that they made.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And then they did acknowledge, like, they still know that the hold to sprint thing for Tempest Strike is a problem. They're going to try and fix that in the future without making shoulder charge completely broken. So.
Breaking rumor, Godin Gaming says that Age of Triumph gear still gives damage reduction in your super if you have it masterworked.
Oh my god.
Which makes sense, because that's what the masterwork gear is supposed to do.
Not anymore.
Well, it's what it was supposed to do.
But why?
If you still have
it was all armor,
1.0.
though. He's not saying all armor. He's not saying all 1.0 armor, just the Age of Triumph armor.
Oh.
Well,
that's weird.
Luckily,
at least they came up with a use for that thing.
Luckily, I don't know any. You know, I have a bunch of sweaty PvP friends.
Yeah.
I don't know any that are good. Like that also grinded out the entire Age of Triumph set. So I
take offense to that because I still have it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You grinded out the whole set.
Just on one character, but yeah, I did.
You grinded out the whole set.
I did, yeah.
I don't believe you.
I have it, yeah.
No, you did not.
It's in my vault, dude. I swear to God, I still have it. I paid for the ornament too, yeah.
All right, I know one guy. I know one guy.
Yeah. But I didn't know that was a bug, though. I just threw it in my vault and assumed I was never going to be able to use it for anything.
I know 2 guys. Reese is a god. I forgot that... All right, I retract my entire statement. I forgot that Reese became a god.
Reese is a fucking animal, though, dude.
He did it on all 3, but I'm not a god. So.
He did it on all 3.
Oh, I was just talking about in the Crucible, dude. Reese has been tearing it.
Yeah. For sure.
Reese is insane. He's way better than me.
Dude, he's way better than me. He carried me to legend. Well,
You guys need to carry me to legend now so I can get my goddamn Not Forgotten. It's like, Luna's Guild's done!
How close are you?
34, 36, somewhere in there.
Okay. Getting there.
Yeah. I was at like 38 last night. But then my blueberries decided to either quit or not play. So it was pretty cool.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Rest.
So, sitting there with 20 kills myself, and I had like 2 or 3. It was pretty fun.
Bunch of quality of life stuff. Just quickly going to go over it. Basically, if you've ever played a comp match, like the UI shows their supers or whatever. Yeah. It shows their supers at the top, and when Forsaken came out, you can't tell the difference between like Golden Gun and Blade Barrage. None of the new supers showed, and that's going to be there now, so you can actually tell without having to inspect them.
That's nice.
Which is
That's
helpful.
actually a really nice UI change.
And then the other stuff. Phantasmal Core stacks raised from 3 to 999.
Why did they think we'd only hold 3 at a time? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
I'm tired of them sitting in my postmaster. Just give me more space.
And I'm not going through all these, but basically, Steam, you're going to get all the functionality back with the / commands that you used to have on BNet. So,
good.
Enjoy that stuff, guys.
Dude.
What up?
Steam is a mess.
Yeah.
You're a mess.
It's slowly getting better, but it's a mess.
Yeah, I've found some workarounds to make it a much nicer experience. Number one, guys, if you don't know, set your Steam to do not disturb on friends. You do not want somebody voice calling you to get your IP and then DDoSing you. So that's number one. Number two, turn off all those annoying notifications. Because, my God, it will tell you when everybody is logging into any game ever, and you don't need that popping up in the corner of your stream or the corner of your screen nonstop. That's basically it. Like,
yeah. So I'm like fine with all the notifications, but the thing that pisses me is that Steam servers go down all the time.
Yeah,
and you get
but they don't actually go down.
They don't actually go down, but it disconnects for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And then you can't talk in clan chat or fireteam chat or anything, and you can only whisper people. And it's like, that's most of the time.
It is a lot.
So, like, all of these chats are just, like, useless, and I'm sad about it.
All right. So, last big topic, let's talk Armor 2.0.
Also, I'm crashing a bunch. I crash once a day.
Like
really?
black screen crash or like
no, like my
crash
game
out?
freezes.
Oh, weird. So I've been getting this weird, like I'll alt tab and then like I'll just have a black screen and it won't come back and I'll say not responding and I have to like manually shut it down.
Dude.
I haven't had any issues with that stuff.
I don't
Good
know.
for you.
Also, dude.
I'm not bragging about it. I'm trying to show that there must be like something.
There's some weird
side.
shit going on, yeah.
All right, listen, you gotta see this meme. Oh my god. Alright, no, 1 second, this is worth it. Alright, how do I turn on screen share? Turn on screen share. Yeah, I'll screen share this one, that's fine. Can you see this?
Yeah, open the original, make it bigger.
Oh.
It's a little small.
What, the names? Oh my god.
I mean, mine's Hail Satan right now, so.
Dude, like, alright, I honestly cannot tell, like, who the fuck people are anymore, because...
Yeah.
Dude, Reese changes his name every day.
Reese changes his name every day, bro. And I was in a fucking game yesterday with Chicken Little's whore mother, and it's like
you
just like
you didn't even like that meme didn't even have any of the annoying pictures in it. It's like nonstop pictures.
Oh, there was one the other day. It was like something about options for tank payment finance something. It was fucking hilarious. I don't remember what it was exactly.
Yeah, bro, it's bad.
Let's talk Armor 2.0 and some of the commentary and changes that are coming to it. So attunements suck. Are we all on the same page there?
Yeah, it's annoying. I get it, but it's annoying.
I don't mind it. I think that the fact that there are blatant problems with it, like arm pieces for bows not being capable of rolling bow perks, like, yeah, that's obviously stupid. I don't really care. I'm not as angry as everyone else. It's fine. It's just one more thing to hunt for.
It's just an extra level of RNG I don't really want to deal with, because like what I'm looking at is basically all I need is void attunements. So every time I get a solar or an arc one, it's just like if it's like a high roll, it's just frustrating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they're not changing attunements. They're just adding more mods.
I know.
So they're not changing attunements.
I know.
We shouldn't, like,
I'm not
look
giving
at
them
this
credit.
change
I'm
as-
just talking about the
Yeah.
system in general.
Yeah.
So basically what's changing is they're adding general mods so that even if you get the wrong attunement, you can spend extra to affect the general type of weapon that it is. So there's already some that exist, like you have like
Fastball.
right. Or you have precision weapons for helmet targeting. You know, you can use that for. I'm using that right now, so I don't have to spend it on sniper and hand cannon. It's actually kind of nice. But then there's unflinching on rifle types of weapons.
Yeah.
But they don't exist currently for reloaders and scavengers. So we'll see what they introduce. They're going to introduce new mods for that. The other thing they're doing, and it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, is they're going to let you start stacking similar mods as long as it doesn't break the game. They want to allow you to, say, put on 2 hand cannon targeting adjusters instead of 1. That you will get diminishing returns. It'll be 1.5 times the value instead of 2. And obviously it'll be double the cost. So you're giving up a lot for that.
They said it's maybe going to be 1.5 times the value.
Yeah.
That
was the example they gave.
Yeah, I'm not really into that because I don't want to, because the meta is going to be running an enhanced hand cannon targeting and a normal hand cannon targeting, and I'd really like to diversify, but
part of the problem is too the lack of information. We don't know technically what does is an enhanced 2 times the value. We don't know that. So that would be helpful to know.
But you can feel it, dude. There's a big difference between enhanced and normal.
But it'd be good to have some clarity on that in the first place. So then, like, you're talking about stacking enhanced and regular. If it's already 2 times the value and that regular is just going to add like 0.3 or 0.5 more, then is it really going to be worth it to do that? I don't know.
Yeah. And the weird thing is, like, the scav coming back, like the double scav. Honestly, PvP has felt fine with the way scav perks are working right now.
Dude, single scav is giving me 3 sniper ammo bullets.
Yeah.
So I don't need double scav.
Yeah, dude. So, I don't know. I think they're kind of fucking up a lot of things here. They made a lot of good changes, and now they're adding more mods, which I don't want more mods to sort through. And now they're like letting it stack, and I don't want that. I don't know, man.
Here's what I'd like: an advanced character sheet that shows you when you apply these mods the exact effect that they have. Like, what aim assist value does that add? If you could go into like an advanced character sheet and see what these things are doing, then you could have like an idea of what you actually want to run instead of just guessing based on feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I want?
What?
I want them to have a similar system with those stupid fucking Gambit coins as they do with the ruins. Makes me mad. Having that many fucking Gambit coins sitting in my vault. Get rid of them. I hate them.
Yeah, Gambit coins?
He's talking about the moat synths.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I don't have any, so yeah. I didn't know that it was a problem.
It's just from Gambit Prime.
I've got a whole page of them. It's fucking annoying. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Godin brings up a good point too. There's still the problem of like armor 1.0 mixing with 2.0, and people can run triple scav and double remote connection and all sorts of weird stuff. That's going to be a thing anyway, though, with the double remote connection, because people will be able to probably stack it in their artifact mod now, Godin. But we'll have to see what they decide to do with a lot of that stuff. I do think armor 1.0 continuing to exist is a problem. I know Bakken showed, and this isn't really a PvP concern, but he showed that with like a certain build, with a mix of armor 1.0 and 2.0, he could get his blade barrage in 15 seconds.
Yeah, what artifact mod are you talking about? There's no remote connection in the artifact.
I meant class mod, sorry.
Oh.
That's where it goes. So you'd be able to put 2 on with the changes that they're making. But right now you can have an armor 1.0 helmet and have a remote connection with a a class
mod. Yeah, I've done that. It's kind of fucked up.
But yeah, so right now with a weird mix, you can get blade barrages in 15 seconds by just like throwing knives and dodging. But you can't do it in PvP because you'd have to hit somebody with the knives, and it's impossible to do that, as we all know.
Yeah, right.
Except for the lucky bastard that consistently hits those knives on my face.
You know, fuck him up.
I'm trying.
So there is quality of life changes coming to that. Also, you'll be able to track the mods you do and don't have in collections, which is good. I'm glad that that's coming. They said that they did want to ship that with Shadowkeep, but they didn't have enough time to get it in. Understandable. Yeah. They also said that there is like an overhaul coming to the collection system in general, and I hope to God that they have fixed roles on all the legendaries so you can repull them. That'd be very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with that.
All right. Well, dude, I agree.
I you know what?
Weird note to end on.
I agree.
I feel like I just like put out a random thing there about.
Dude, listen, throwing knives need a nerf.
Yeah, they're way too strong.
Reese thinks I yell at him all the time, so.
You know? Well, I got to teach a lesson. Y'all are really cute.
You're cute.
Has this been episode 81 of Guardian Cast?
I think this has been episode 81, guys.
All right, really quick. Chat, help us set on a title. I've been working one up while we talked.
And everybody bother Huffy to make music too.
Yeah.
I'll make some music. All right, this is my. I think this is good, and you're not gonna like this, Rex, but use it. Slayerage and Ehroar hate PvP. Viewbots, animal neglect, new Bungie, and Trials is back.
That's a lot of words. Are people gonna see all that?
Dude, it's like a Philip DeFranco title, dude. Oh, we didn't even talk about the Viewbots, dude. There's this guy in the directory right now.
In the Destiny directory.
Yeah. And he streams every night at 2 a.m. to 514 Viewbots with a chat bot that like constantly
God, that's the worst.
They come up with like random shit. Like this one guy every 2 minutes types Jeff Bezos hairline. Like that's his message. And then like they at people that aren't in the chat and they're like, yo, at is in the phase house right now with rice gum. It's so good.
Dude, people who use Viewbots and then say that they just have people lurking and that's why chat's not active, that's like already scummy. You're trying way too fucking hard if you have like automated chat messages. Like that just makes it way more obvious of what's happening. Like there's no question, you know?
It's a lot of fucking effort to program all those bots though.
Not really, dude.
It's not really a lot of effort, and it's also just it's counterproductive. Like it confirms to people that you're viewbotting. You know, it's not like it's helping disguise the fact.
Yeah. Dude, it's really bad. And the thing that sucks about it is he has his donation incentives on the screen at all times. And he's like, for $5, I'll drink Tabasco sauce. For $10, I'll pour water on my head. And then his donation thing is like non-refundable. All donations go to my mom who's fighting cancer. She really appreciates you guys. And it's like, you were a scumbag for making that shit up. And then like viewbotting yourself to the top of the directory and begging for money.
Wow.
Like
that's
he's
really
like 15
fucked.
years old. It's super fucked up. I reported the shit out of him like 17
dude,
times.
15 years old. He doesn't even know how idiotic he's being. He's gonna look back on that when he's 30 and be like, I was a horrible person.
It's a reflection of the time though. Like that's a reflection of the generation. Like that's what they think works, and
oh man,
fucked up.
Lack of empathy. That's terrible.
But now that we've talked about it, we can put Viewbots in the title.
I'm gonna, I am gonna put I'm gonna use your title. We'll see how it works.
I can't.
So this is something that people would probably be afraid to discuss, but I want to know if you have information on this. How much do people actually pay for these Viewbots?
All right, so it's not that expensive.
That's disconcerting.
You can get your stream viewbotted for like you can get like a single stream viewbotted to like numbers like that for like $20.
$20 for one stream, or are you saying okay? They don't pay like a subscription.
Yeah, I mean, most people who do this like have friends with like it uses some of the same technology that like DDoSing does, right? So it comes from the same people. It has to do with botnets.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
I'm happy with my 10 viewers, guys. Thank you. I'm done. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Well, it's not about being these people think it's helping them.
Yeah, and it's not, because Twitch sees this. It's not going to do anything for them.
Well, unfortunately, Twitch is in a position where there's not a lot they can do about it.
Right. Well, I'm just saying that it makes it more notable when they apply for partnership.
Yeah.
They're like, we can see where your views are coming from. We know they're not legitimate,
Right,
so,
but,
we're not
but they can't ban them because they don't know if they're the ones paying for it. Like, they can't prove
exactly.
that.
Yeah, you can't prove who's actually doing the viewbotting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because not can't say that.
This is the only place you're going to hear about this stuff discussed. Everybody else is going to be afraid that it's promoting it, but
don't do it.
We're open and honest, guys. So we talk about this stuff openly. It's the only place.
Even if I'm wrong and I say stuff just because I was thinking it.
So. I'm on a spooky forum right now, and you can get a 100 viewer viewbot for $10. That's not bad. Let's see. 1 cent per 100 VOD views. Jesus Christ.
What does a VOD view do for you?
I don't know. 1 cent per 100 followers? No way, dude. Well, no way, bro.
Please don't viewbot me, sick. Don't do it.
Oh, okay. That's only for small quantities. It's $20 for 1,000.
Just so you know, guys, these numbers mean nothing, and especially now, your follow count doesn't even show. Nobody is going to see it, so it's.
You actually have to click on followers,
which nobody does. No one cares.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for all this shit in Bitcoin anyway, which is such a hassle.
That's funny. This is
the real money. Come on.
The weird thing is there's this other scam that goes on these websites. They're the same websites where you trade fucking Xbox gamer tags and stuff, which is why I know about them. But
these are all reputable people, guys, and you totally don't have to worry about them stealing any of your information or your identity or anything like that.
Just give them your passwords and you'll be fine.
Just give them your passwords. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
but they have they're repositories of these guys with a bunch of stocked up Amazon Prime accounts. And they'll sell you Amazon Prime subs for the price of the sub, so you can pay and make. You can not technically.
It's laundering money. It's essentially laundering money.
Yeah.
If you have drug money and you want to launder it through Twitch, that's how you do it. But I have heard that Twitch cracks down on those people, though. They know the sources that they're coming from, and they will say to people we're refusing to do a payout until there's legitimate money that comes into your stream.
Damn.
Yeah, I've seen posts about it before, which it's pretty interesting. I guess I don't know.
I mean, it's an Amazon account. Twitch, Twitch is owned by Amazon. They can track that shit. It's not impossible.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
anyway,
this has been 81.
Episode 81, y'all.
Yeah. We're getting close to 100.
PvP, Viewbots, Animal new Bungie. Charles is back. Rect is really cute. Eddie is the hottest guy I've ever seen. I'm gonna go do a lesson. You guys are, oh my god, I love you so